Welcome to the Trinitech Cast. This is episode number 152. Why would 152 be significant in life? I don't know. There's never been 152 of anything that was worth mentioning.
Dollars.
Wait, if you have $152, then why didn't it have 152?
You're broke.
What is $2 gonna do? $152.
You can buy like 2 combos. Let me see.
That 152, that one combo. That one 8-piece combo.
Yeah. I know he correct. I bought 3 foot-long Subways yesterday. I spent $207.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
You know it is like in my mind and probably your mind, Andre, a combo for me is a combo where you probably had to feed a family. Where Makala, you probably are thinking a combo for yourself.
Feed yourself, yeah.
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 Yeah. When I hear combo, I thinking $200 up.
Yeah, I think in family meal. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So 152? No, nothing special there. Although I did buy something in the Chinese grocery around by me, and it had 50 cents change, and I walk off. And it totally didn't even like dawn on me to collect my 50 cents change. Because it was kind of, I don't know, subconsciously it felt insignificant. And they had to call me back and it's be like, hey, come for your change. I was like, change? I had to get change? And it was 50 cents on a small receipt. And I don't even know what to do with the coins.
Keep it in your wallet until they eventually fall out by accident.
In my wallet, that'll make my wallet heavy.
Yeah.
My wallet is just for cards. Cards on the odd $100 bill.
Yeah. I have a jar home, I just come home and put it in it.
Yeah, I have a kind of little basket thing. I was just throw the coins there. One day, I don't know. One day something will happen when they say, all right, we're going to obliterate all 25-cent pieces. Please bring them in. Well, then that is when I'm going to use it. Because I can't see myself going anywhere and having extra coins. If something comes up to something 50, I'll be like, wait, hold on. I have 50 cents on me.
You know, it used to be the worst. I don't know if I'll ever experience this, but like sometimes, well, like for me, I used to travel to school. I traveled into school since like primary school, right? And sometimes my parents or my guardian or whatever used to give me like coins to pay the taxi.
Wow.
And I used to be so... Yeah, boy, something like $2 in coins. And some of them taxi driver used to be like,
oh yeah,
we give me something like $3 in coins.
Yeah,
even to go by the shop too, you get a whole $5 in coins. And I was like, what's this?
Yeah.
That would have been kind of embarrassing. My father was a taxi driver, so he used to have coins all the time because he had to give people change for like $150 and that kind of thing. So I used to get money in coins sometimes. When he had extra coins, I used to have money for coins. When the taxi went from $1 to $150, that's don't age me, but yeah, it was $1.
Yeah, like doubles too, and doubles. Doubles used to be $1, then it went to $150.
Used to be $1?
Yeah.
Used to be $1.
Used to get doubles for $1, then went to $150.
Yeah.
Then we double it to $3.
Once they reached 2, they started to go up in dollars. So 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. It wasn't 50 cents anymore. Like after 150, it never existed. But that's our intro because we obviously talk about technology here, guys. Just making sure you know. To all the new people that listen, the first 2 minutes is random things about our life and our upbringing because we human too. These are not AIs talking. My name is Andre Charles from @MakeItSimpleTT on the internet. My first post is Akeem there. He's from Redbit_tech. That's day one. And Michaela Noel, Keller_Noel, aka Diversity Hire. But we can't call her Diversity Hire anymore. She made 52 episodes. No longer. You're not a Diversity Hire anymore. You like still a Diversity Hire that stuck with us. That decided that we are worth it. That you would come home from Lyman on a Sunday to go. Where you went today? Because we had a gas segment called Michaela's Genies.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, we should have a little theme song for that. Yeah, literally, I went for like brunch/lunch this morning. So brunch/lunch this morning, right? And then I just lime afterwards. Yeah, cause Sunday's the lime.
Because young and free.
Kickbacks, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm the only mouth I have to feed.
Just come home and sleep. Like full on sleep, and then this afternoon I had different things. And one of them was play football with my son. Next one was listen to my daughter yap about school.
Nice.
All right. Today, we ain't talking about today yet. Updates. No, wait. We don't. How was normally do? I was asking what you do for the week. Yeah, techie stuff. Yeah. How techie were you? All right, Michaela. No, Akim, going first because you never doing anything techie besides your day job.
I don't know if you consider this techie, but yesterday I did some mock. I get called to do some mock interviews with some UE final year students and like ComSci and IT students, and I provided some advice and support and perspective. Yeah, so I kind of give back a little bit to the...
You give back, yes? That's what I want. I say give back. That's the Akim Day Foundation.
Yeah, I give
okay, so you have to do the technical interviews.
Some valuable feedback and advice. Some technical questions. Because, like I remember back when I graduated, is have a bit of a learning curve. There's a gap between where you learn in UE and the environment and how things does actually work when you're in an actual company or development environment. So, try to ask them questions that would get them to think that way and also put them on the spot a little bit in terms of some questions. And after that, you kind of guide them and give them feedback on ways they could improve and things they could look into.
Right.
Or look forward to when this.
Because it was a mock interview, so they were really going there to learn more than impress you. All right, that's cool. Yeah, that's actually technical because you have to gauge how people handle technical things.
Yeah, right. You get a resume ahead of time. You get to evaluate it, so you also got to give them feedback on the resume and how to improve it, what they should leave out, what they should put in. That type of thing. So that's good.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Michaela, what about you?
Techiness for the week. I started back studying for my exam. I have an exam to go sit by July because I want the exam voucher expiring. So I was studying for that again. That's a certificate from
right.
Yeah, because the voucher was kind of like $400 US, so I should probably actually finish studying for the exam.
You're gonna become a certified master, however you do it.
Yeah, certified penetration testing specialist, ActiveBox CPTS. Yeah, so I did the web app certification last year. So now I'm doing the more general cert this year. Yeah, so that was pretty techy.
And then you're gonna update your LinkedIn profile.
Yep.
Yeah, of course. That's the only reason you do these things.
Exactly, bragging rights.
Yeah.
I'm happy to announce.
Yeah.
Then you'll see so and so has updated their certification. Be like, oh. So you're smart now? Or you're more employable?
Yeah, that's why I like looking at people's certifications because it gives me an idea of what I could do as well. And like some people be getting some real interesting certs. It's like, wow, I didn't know you could get certified in this. All right, cool. Big up you.
Yeah, I get to the point right now where I don't really care about none of them things. Like, you had to pay me to do an exam. I'm not doing that willingly.
I'm on the
if somebody pay for the exam.
Nah, that's not enough. You had to pay me. More or less, I'm not doing no more exam again. are over it.
I agree.
Understandable.
I thought the Toronto vibe code and start to create all kind of things, boy. One of them tried to create a Street Fighter game, the next one create a next game. All of them creating games, and then I tried to teach them to create like an app with that'll do like features or like a homework app or a calendar app or some kind of thing. And most of the older ones cared, but all them younger ones so what if I don't try to create an app and I just continue working on my game? And I was like, listen, I understand where your brain is at. And I agree with you. You go ahead and build your game, child. Go build your game. But at some point in life, you're going to realize that that actually like build something else productive for the world. Because
games are productive.
Yeah. What I say now. when you get older and you start to learn about development, one day they'll mention the word database to you, and you would have never heard it before. So I just want to let you know that you could build a game, and that'll sharpen your skills and how you learn how to prompt and all them kind of things. But eventually, you'll probably have to like think about at least understanding how our application works. But it wasn't hard to explain that to them. But you can clearly see that when I started to actually teach them serious things, they were like, I didn't come here to be serious, sir. I just came here because I saw you build Roblox, and I want to build Roblox too. And they're so interested. So what prompt you use to build the Roblox? Well, I was like, I'm not telling all of the Roblox prompt. All you had to figure out on your own. And it's like, so why don't you just tell us? I say, the joy in programming is discovery. I need you to go and try. And you need to figure out something. And then when you figure it out, you come back to me excited. And when you don't understand what happened, then I will help you. But I'm not going to do it for you. I was like, okay, sir, next week, I'm going to come back with problems. I was like, that's what I want. Come back to me with your problems. But you had to try first. Because if you ain't come here to try, then you come to the wrong place. I'm that kind of teacher. Yeah. For the effort. But they're having fun building all kind of things. So the vibe coding is going good. And I feel kind of like I'm doing my part in society by teaching girls the vibe code. That I feel I might do a camp fit in July, August. Actually, I'll talk to you about that, Michaela, after. Yeah, anyway. That will be our side hustle that I was trying to think about. Right, so that's it. I have no updates from the comments because people have comment on TikTok videos now like crazy, and I promise you, if you go in the TikTok comments and you're not a mature individual that is sure of themselves, you'll be rage baited like crazy. Because they say some things, and me with my big self just be like, you stupid or? I'm not gonna reply to this, but I want to reply to it, but I'll be like, no, you're very smart. You understand how this thing works. They just wanted to say something on a video and get the creator to get vexed and respond. And I was like, well, yeah. Not today. All you could say all you want and argue in the comments, but if somebody does have, you could know when somebody have an intelligent comment and they're trying to ask like a question, yeah, I'll respond to those, but nobody else. Yeah. So nothing else in the comments was cool, except for the people who was hacking the ministry laptops and saying that the difference between BIOS and ROM and EEPROM and all kind of, I was like, wow, this conversation went nowhere fast. But
what do you mean it went nowhere fast?
Because all we do is pop a video that said that somebody is making money off of hacking the ministry laptops, and everybody and the uncle has something to say about how you're supposed to properly hack a ministry laptop. And all they don't know nothing about technology and all that kind of stuff. In today's show, we will be going through online departure forms for Trinidad and Tobago, finally, and the crowd goes wild. Is the crowd going to go wild? Come on, crowd. Go wild, go wild. We need the crowd to go wild because we beg for this. Yeah, we asked for it, and now it's here.
Sound effects.
And the form doesn't seem that bad. So we'll check it out. T&T Laws to be officially put online. That'll be good to know that the laws were never actually officially online. They were just there. And last thing is the EU is banning nudification apps because Grok made it bad for everybody. So now nobody could put you in a bikini based on one of your images. Not one person. Let's go. Let's test out our online departure form. Let's see if we're leaving or coming back. Right now you're listening to Trinity TechCast, and more than likely you know that I love technology a lot. But more so, I love teaching technology. I'm a CSEC IT and Cape Computer Science and IT teacher, and I have classes that are available. So if you know anyone, any student that's looking for quality Cape Computer Science or CSEC IT classes, you can check us out at 308-8799 on WhatsApp or makeitsimplett.com/register. You can get classes, notes, recordings, IA, SBA help, everything that you could think of. That will get you that one in CSEC IT. So you can check us out. According to the Trinidad Guardian, here's what they said. Travelers entering and leaving Trinidad and Tobago will soon complete immigration, arrival and departure cards online as authorities prepare to replace the long-standing paper-based system. The notice came on March 17th and so it's up, right? Okay, so let's go to the actual site. First thing I'm going to show you is it's mobile optimized, kids. Watch this, watch this. All right. Look. It's resizing. The divs are diving. All right, that's good to know. Good to know. Because there was a time, for those of you all listening, where Trinidad and Tobago did not have mobile optimized sites, okay? That's why it was very static. Okay. So the first thing you do is there's this number system. So it's like one of those normal forms where you have the checkpoints where you go through. So I'll go back to the start. The start asks you, right, the process. Passengers must complete the online departure card. You will have access to the portal 72 hours before arrival or departure. You must save the arrival or departure receipts containing the QR code for presentation to officials, obviously state on your phone. Please print the receipts containing the QR code or download it to your mobile device. So that means you could use your phone, which is good. Using the online arrival departure card provides you with the convenience of expediting your movement through airports and enhances your travel experience. What do I need? Valid email address, flight information, valid passport, copy of passport biodata page, JPEG or PNG. So you have to have a picture of that before you go in. Any views on this page?
No, decent.
Same.
Kind of straightforward. No, it's used mobile optimize everything, whatever the case is, and they have a little picture of
that JPEG or PNG requirement.
Yeah,
like
PNG.
iPhones.
They didn't say any size, but 10 megabytes. Get started. Arrival forms. New arrival or edit arrival. So the ability to edit is there, which I was concerned about. I'm glad that you could edit your submitted form. I don't know how you're going to edit arrival. Oh, you had to put in the code that you had when you got the document. Okay. So obviously it's going to give you a code. So we could edit if we want to. And it has arrival and departure. I don't know how they're going to track to see if you came back 72 hours. Like if you'll have 72 hours. If they're tracking the actual flights, that would be crazy. But if they do that, that's cool. Citizen, non-citizen, say true citizen, how you enter in by sea or air. Let's say we enter in by air. The airlines, the name of every airline is inside here, y'all. No validation issues. So you wouldn't put, people will put CAL, then somebody else will put Caribbean Airlines, and then somebody will put this or that kind of thing. Yeah, you choose it from here, drop down. What if your airline is not here though? I don't know. I could envision this being a problem if there's an airline that starts to come to Trinidad, and within like 1 week they didn't update the website. And you can't put your airline in. Like, remember at that time, a thing called Red Jet? Akimi, remember that? Red Jet, where it's like short,
I think so, yeah.
cheap flights or some kind of thing like that? Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so if they have a new airline coming to Trinidad, then... Alright, so for Caribbean Airlines, you see the flight number starts with BW automatically. So that's nice, that's nice technological advancements. Each one of the airlines, it automatically puts the two initials at the start,
Prefix.
and then all you have to do is put in the number. Country of departure, all the list of countries there, so that's our next validation issue. So you just choose a country name, so you don't have to type it in. which is good. Drop-down boxes are necessary. Port of departure. Oh, that's where you're coming from. No? No, if my
yeah.
Okay, that's not. Let me see if the port of departure will change if I change the airline name. If I change it to Caribbean Airlines, will the port of departure? No. But this is this is entering Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, so this is correct. Yeah, so this is where you came from. But how come it only show okay, so based on the country, the port of departure will change automatically. Oh, that's cool. St. Kitts and Nevis. How much airports do I have in St. Kitts? Only 2. Okay. All right. Okay. They thought it.
Could you put the country of departure as Trinidad and Tobago?
No, this is I choose.
No,
I choose
so
entering.
Yeah, but in the country of departure. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So let's say I made the mistake and I put the wrong thing. Trinidad and Tobago is not listed.
Good.
Yeah. That's intuitive. All right, so the form get A so far? Yes? Yeah, all right. Because it's 72 hours, they only have 4 days available, which is good. So you can't choose a random date by mistake. You have to choose a day within the next 3 days, which is perfect. So we choose a day. Next step, I then put the flight number. Oh, I wonder if this will work, boy. What's our flight number? That'll be like 456.
That's say BW 524.
456 on the book. All right, first name, middle name, last name, all of that you could put. Sex, they only have male and female. Oh, no non-binary.
We in the Caribbean still, so.
There are people who think we could roll. Like, they will be filling out this form online. Wow, what kind of form is this that doesn't give me my rights? That kind of
discriminating.
Yeah. Nationality, drop down everything, country of residence, email address, confirm email address. I hereby authorize the processing of information. Next step. Well, I can't go to the next step because I'll have to fill out all this information. But then they have travel, destination, health, family, and customs. So, based on what I've seen so far from the first 2 lines, from the first 2 pages, I think they had a good grasp of the mission. What we have to do, which we customarily do, is we have to look at the code. Okay. Because we have a little video to look at just now. But we'll share our thoughts before we watch the video. Actually, no, pause now. Let's share our thoughts quickly before we start to look at it. What will you think in terms of what you've seen from other countries? Is this on par, or is it better or worse?
I ain't leave the country, so can't tell you.
I was going to say, I'll be honest with you. The countries I've been to don't require it. Well, I haven't been to a country that required me to do this, so I really don't have anything. Like, I haven't been to one of the other islands in a while.
Oh.
And when I go to the US, you don't have to do any of this.
Okay. I did Barbados recently. Barbados has a form. Look, this is the Barbados form here. They don't have any picture and stuff in the background. They just have all the information. You can add another traveler. So they don't have all the flight information and all that. Well, they have the next thing, right? But they'll say you fill out your biodata first, then the flight information. So Barbados own not as cute as ours.
So the Trinidad, so like you see how they have where you can enter the next traveler, or won't have that? Because I know like the current form, like if you're the head of the household, just you fill out certain things.
I can't see it. But it does have at the end family, like number 6 is it have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and travel, destination, health, and family. So I guess that family is where you would enter the head of the household thing, and customs would be if you have anything to declare. So yeah. In Barbados, it was quite easy and everything just went in the system properly. So I think it's on par with Barbados. Better than Barbados, actually, based on what I could see in terms of the graphics and the layout and that kind of thing, which is cool. But yeah, I don't think other countries require this. But the US
I mean, this will be something, we talk about things that need to continue, like we say, if the government change. This would need to be something because you're gonna have a lot of data there, and it's not gonna be paper-based, which according to some people, it can't leak.
We getting there. All right. So what's your code here? The code is
it's JavaScript.
Yeah, so it's JavaScript at the start. One time, jump in just HTML and JavaScript. They have some variables, color scheme, computed color scheme, and whatnot, and the JavaScript is there. And then they have the actual script where you could see the path on the server for the script. They're supposed to be visible. Like Michaela, if you're doing pen testing and you could see the path for the JavaScript.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes it could provide information, but sometimes it can't. Like, I'm sure if you go to that URL and then take out the JS part, it's gonna give you a forbidden error message anyway. It should. But yeah, so it don't really matter too much. If the JavaScript has information that we could use, then yeah, but
plot twist, I just clicked the link of the JavaScript.
Yeah, so take off the .js part.
No, this is the code, dog. Like this is...
but it looks obfuscated.
I could see return, I could see for loops, I could see... Yeah, I seen functions inside there. Like, I could take this code and put it inside ChatGPT and say, think this code. Yeah, look, double equal signs, equal null, 0, F, yeah, return, cannot have username, password, function, return this, cannot be base URL. This is the JavaScript code.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nah, that's not cool. You're supposed to see this?
Yeah, a lot of
typically, yeah.
Yeah, you tend to be able to see it.
Yeah, for a lot of websites, you're able to see it. So because you're able to see it 3/4 of the time, when you have JavaScript code, you run it through JavaScript obfuscator to kind of make it less
like to change the variable types readable. And variable names and kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah. So like, let's say you have a sentence, the ball is blue. If you obfuscate it, it'll be Johnny Apple 10, Batman 15. Yeah. It makes it less easily readable by humans, at least. So that's a method you could use.
All right. Well, I will not raise any red flag. If you look at this here, it have one long line that have no character return. All the languages in this one line. So when I reach down to like here, you'll see the start to show it in
yeah, there's that
Japanese,
there's
Chinese. Look at Chinese.
That's crazy, Rick.
Mandarin Chinese, yeah. So if you go on the actual site, you can change the language on the top right hand side from English, Dutch, English, French, German, Hindi, Mandarin Chinese, and Spanish. If I change it to Mandarin Chinese, that's where it will come up as.
What does the URL say? When you change the language,
it just says create. No, it's saying EN and ES and everything, yeah. EN, FR for French and /create, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, they use a React framework called Mantine to build it.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you could also, I mean, depending on how they set it up, that could be vulnerable, but me get into that.
No need to. Let me get into the security from the horse's mouth. Wait, this thing gonna make me sign into plate? Okay, no. All right, let's go. Unmute video time.
Encryption is being used to make sure that
Hold on, so they asked.
How long is personal data stored for, and what kind of encryption is being used to make sure that data is not leaked?
Yeah, I mean, we can't
because these, passport numbers, these are all rife.
Yes, of course, but I'm sure you might be aware information has been available in paper-based format as well. Why hasn't that been leaked, right? So I'll ask you that. That's one, right? Secondly, we've been working with many bodies related to cybersecurity. So we've worked with TTC Cert. We've taken the appropriate steps to safeguard and to provide the sufficient guardrails for this deployment. This is not something that we have prematurely, conceptualized. So you have our commitment that we'll continue to involve experts and professionals in that regard. And in terms of the data governance, etc., there is an MOU between ourselves and CARICOM Impacts. This is long-standing. CARICOM Impacts as an organization also operates in other Caribbean territories. So this is not a first phase endeavor. This is not a pilot project. We have looked at what is available, and we'll continue to look at what is the best in class for the deployment of these solutions.
And lastly, can I ask?
What does beat me is Alexander, like facial expressions. He'd be like, "You so stupid." It just be like,
How long is personal data stored?
Yeah. So the question, big up Kijan Haynes, right? Kijan, they asked, well, he posted it on Twitter, on X, and they asked him about the personal data being stored. The initial response is, well, the data has been on paper all the time. How come that hasn't leaked? He didn't have to. He did not have to. That's my first take from it. Why did you have to say that? That was not necessary. What did you think when you heard it? Anyone else?
I was instantly annoyed because it's kind of like you are you are a bullfighter and you are holding up the red flag in front of the bull's face, but you've already been hit by the bull before. So why are you taunting the bull again? Why? Don't make sense. But no, the initial statement was completely unnecessary. It was completely unnecessary. It turned me off so much. I heard that first part of the sentence, got irritated, and just closed the video. I didn't even listen to a word that was said afterwards. This is the first time I'm actually watching the full video. Because why would you say that? It is a valid concern that the journalist made to him. And up to now, he didn't answer the question, He did not say what type of encryption methods. He did not say how the data is being secured.
He name drop TTC cert. That we do. He name drop TTC cert. They are the official.
Yeah. So he name dropped them, but all he basically said is that they work with them and they have a commitment to. So you tell him it's not secure now. But he needs to do some media training again, like do over the course again. No.
I keep on with you, mate.
I'm trying to be politically correct in my mind. So what he said to try and explain the question, that was enough kind of political speak to try and say, we follow certain standards and best practices and this one. And so for the non-technical person listening, that would probably answer the question. But for us technical people, that didn't really answer the question. He himself probably is not a technical person, so
you see the Minister Artificial Intelligence, not a technical person, are you trying to say?
Based on that answer, yeah. But anyway, we are not SOE. Let me not tell you.
Based on that answer, okay. Yeah, based on that answer, I agree with you.
Yeah, so the first part of his answer about the paper leaking thing, that was unnecessary. He didn't need to. I don't know, maybe he and the reporter have some kind of beef that we don't know about, so but that answer it didn't have to lead off like that. But he gave enough waffle. Well, I wouldn't say he gave enough of a response that a non-technical person will probably accept it.
Yeah. So if he gave the second part of the response alone, like excluding the first part, would be like, okay, he clearly doesn't know, but somebody somewhere within the organization knows. Okay, fine, no problem. You immediately get defensive as soon as the question asks. Now I know something up. That's suspicious. Why are you defensive? Why are you defensive? It's a simple question. Yes or no? You know or you don't know?
I guess. Okay. Let's see if I can think about it. What he did or what he faced was something that they probably had in the playbook, right? They were probably told, okay, most likely this is one of the questions that they're going to ask. And when they ask this question, mention TTC cert. However, the ability to say the thing about paper, it was just like too easy now. It was like it was like almost like a job to say, oh, do you remember when we had all of this on paper and now we've done this for you? That's it's kind of a little bit of like a aloof kind of thing. And I don't want to go too much into dissecting a clipboard or kind of thing like that. But I just saying, you didn't have to mention the paper thing. You could have said, there is a official TTC cert arm of the ministry, and they handle these things, and we are sufficiently sure that they have put all the checks and balances in place, and it's reputable or on par with any other form from other Caribbean countries. That is all. We good at that. But all of that other stuff, I didn't like it too much. But that's how politicians does work, yes. That is how politicians does work.
In my opinion, when you're done.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think you ever heard. This is just my opinion, my personal opinion, unrelated to anything or anybody or any affiliations, anything. You know the saying, you become a sum total of the people you surround yourselves with? That's a type of answer, Alexander. That's a type of answer somebody else would I give. And I feel that's what happened there. I feel that's what happened there. Because like for me, like when I line with certain friends, I might let some joke slide when I wouldn't let that joke slide otherwise. I feel that's what happened.
Some osmosis happening.
Osmosis.
Yes. Okay. I get you. And yes, I tend to agree. And with that, before we go any further, we'll stop there. We have our online form. Let's fill it out and everybody feel good about themselves. Next segment. Well, you probably made it this far in the podcast. That means you probably like technology a lot and like to at least hear us talk about technology. And that also means you may know somebody or somebody who knows somebody or somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who wants a website built or an app built or some sort of technology integrated in their business. If you want to help them out, you could send them to Make It Simple TT, send them to us. And we have business services that range from building websites to building apps to invoicing systems to ensuring that technology is used in your company, to installation of routers, buying things online. So you could check us out, 308-8799. You could check our services out. Or you could go to makeitsimplett.com and see some of the things that we've done. And maybe give a recommendation to our website built or something like that. Oh, wow. We back, guys. We back. The laws of Trinidad and Tobago are officially going to be put online. Just in case you didn't know, you can go online and get the laws of anything, the Motor Vehicles Act, the law of this, the law of that and whatnot. But you may have outdated ones because the way the PDFs are shared, I think it wasn't official. Official meaning the Parliament website, I think, has all the laws and you could download the PDFs. But I'm not too sure if they were official. So here's the story. The government of Trinidad and Tobago is moving to place Trinidad and Tobago's laws in an official digital format alongside the traditional printed version, a change expected to save taxpayers millions spent printing legal volumes overseas. Here's what used to happen. Currently, when legislation is amended, pages must be removed from the printed volumes and replaced with updated pages in the red binders. So, if a law updates, they have to go and first of all, get it printed away. Then go to all of the red books where the laws are, update the laws, put the new pages in any binders, and then remove all the old binders, or only in those binders will have the correct laws. So I don't know if a lawyer has to go and get them from the exact red binders, because I'm not very skilled in like law and judiciary and that kind of stuff. But basically, they had to pay. Listen to this. The 2006 edition printed in 2007 cost $13 million. The first supplement issued in 2010 cost $2.8 million, followed by a second supplement in 2012 costing $3 million. The third supplement in 2014 cost $1.82 million, and the fourth one is 2015, which cost $1.85 million. The fifth supplement in 2019. So every time these laws updated, it costing almost $2 million. So in the last 10 years, $24 million got spent changing the papers inside of our red binder. And that is why the laws now are going to be available online and updated online, and then they will be able to print it online, and those online laws will be available to anybody to use, including lawyers or whoever it is that have to use them. Because before, you couldn't quote a law if it didn't come from the red binder. And that's so strange to me that PDFs and verification of documents has been around for a very, very long time. But there was still a need to have these physical red binders as the only authoritative source of the law. Which I'm not too sure if I understand why it needed to be in the red binder. And, because maybe I'm thinking about it from too much of a digital standpoint. Like, what am I missing? I'm missing anything?
Yeah, imagine it's 30 years ago with no internet and readily available PDFs or anything that I could just search it up on. So, yeah, how would you, as a lawyer 30 years ago, or the lay person or whatever, how are you going to look up a law? Or be for sure that, okay, this is what the law is.
Okay.
How are you going to do that 30 years ago?
Like, why does it cost so much?
Yeah, I was thinking, I need to get into the printing business.
Printing on special paper. I don't know. I can't justify the cost. I don't know if they had to print like 5,000 copies of it so it could be available to all the different lawyers, where you could go like to the legal library and borrow one of the laws, or if
this, so in one of the things he's saying, our laws are printed abroad, not locally.
Right.
So that's a cost there.
Oh, gotta ship it. Yeah.
$2 million. Like, is the Bible they printed?
Well, yeah, the Bible.
The one that got written 2,000 years ago, the original Bible.
Yeah, that is the manuscript, that the parchments. That is,
straight from when Jesus and I was talking.
I don't like that. But let's talk about the technological part of it. If you put the laws online, what's going to happen is that everybody's going to have access to it, and the laws have to have some sort of verification or some kind of watermark or some kind of thing that would verify that you are using the updated version of the law. What could be the best technical way to ensure that if somebody goes online and they print out the law, what would be because anybody could go and change the date on a paper or some kind of thing. So it must have some kind of code or some sort of hash or something that you'll put at the bottom of it to ensure that this is a verified document that is in line with the current one that's on your website.
I don't think you'd ever really be able to verify, because like anybody could print something out and then edit it after, could download something and edit it after they print it out. So the only way you could verify it would be either the same red binder, which is the red binder thing that I was talking about. Okay, those printed versions are verified, and if you go to the site to this verified source, particular link or whatever, that's what the law is. But anything in between where somebody just print it out and have it here and be like, yeah, there's the law. Because at that point, you could edit it, you could add something, you could remove something.
But they say it's gonna be updated online. Okay, so like for my payslip, there is a QR code on the payslip, and there is a hexadecimal, a kind of hash value at the bottom. If I take that payslip and I send it to somebody, the company could take that payslip and go and verify that that is the official payslip by putting in the code at the bottom on a website, and they will know that I didn't just print out the payslip, so I lying. So it must have some technical way where the most updated law would be on the website, and whatever number or whatever QR code you have on it or some kind of thing could be scanned and validated that this is the latest version of that particular law. Because then you're basically creating a big problem where people could lie and people could change the words digitally, or unless you have to go to that particular website and only use the information on the website. But
yeah,
that's what I meant. That get the online source, that will be your source of truth. Anything like if you print it out, you open yourself to people doing what they want with it.
I would love to see how it actually came about, because if you go to search laws of Trinidad and Tobago now and put PDF, it will take you to the digital legislative library, and it's laws.gov.tt, and in there they have a bunch of pictures of libraries. But I'm not really seeing in any menu where you could, or when you click on digital library, they go to digital library, yeah. Right, yeah, and they have it in alphabetical order, and if you click on each one, you will get a PDF with a official update, revised edition, amendments. Yeah, they have a whole library of it there, but it just, you could download the PDF and use that PDF. So I'm guessing that this website will probably be the place, laws.gov.tt, and you have to go there and use it from the website. It just sounds very strange to me how you're going to update the law online and now you don't have to print the books anymore. To me, it feels like the official source is being digitized, but the article doesn't really clearly show how to access the digital version in a way that is congruent with legal proceedings. Yeah. Like if you're going through legal proceedings, somebody can agree, just go on that website and you'll get the law. Somehow I just feel that there's so many loopholes there from a technological perspective.
Yeah. I like the idea of it being online and accessible online. I think my only concern would be, so like for example with the new with the SOE, how they had was it like new laws or new something in place that they kind of just dropped under the radar without announcing anything to anybody. I think that this will make it a lot easier to revise laws without telling anybody anything, but I'm not too sure about what the actual process to change a law in the books are. I don't know if they could just do the law.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. It's true.
Yeah.
Like they just updated the law for the inspection thing where you have these 3 days to get your stuff checked, and then you have to go and report to a police station to update it, right? Whatnot. I don't know if that's online anywhere. The only way I'll find that is in a newspaper article. But maybe as soon as they make that update and they pass it in the Senate, then somebody will have the job now of going to the website and publishing a new PDF saying updated at this point in time. And you could go there on the website and see it. Maybe you could download it. Let me see if I download. Let me see if I... So this is This is a list of all the laws, right? Let me look for advertisements regulation. There's a 2006 revised edition. So I click on that, and boom, I get a PDF immediately, and the PDF will open right there. This is the PDF, and it has the date, but there is nothing that says that I updated 31st December 2016. Unofficial version. They literally have the word unofficial version underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
What the official version gonna look like? Okay.
Oh, that's the official version.
Yeah, but then I could take this PDF, put it inside Microsoft Word, and change the word unofficial to official. And
no, but this link you go to would be okay. You need to go here, not just somebody else's site.
Yeah, but who's going to check to make sure I went to that link? If I take that PDF and I just print it out?
Like it will be up to me to go to this site and not just rely on you have a PDF on your phone saying there's a law.
Yeah, I assume like the judge would know the law, so they know if you try to pull a fast one over them.
I guess we will find out. Maybe we won't, but maybe we will. Mm-hmm. One place that updated the law is the European Union.
For sure, I was gonna say it won't leak because you was doing it paper based all the time.
That was low. EU. The EU bans nudification on because of Grok. So, brothels, artificial intelligence systems that can generate sexualized deepfakes of real people will be banned in the EU under proposal seen by the push comes after X's AI tool Grok allowed users to generate millions of images of real people in bikinis or fully nude, including images of children. The proposal set to be approved by EU ambassadors on Friday will make it illegal to market in Europe any artificial intelligence system that can generate non-consensual sexualized photos, images, or audio files involving real people. So you won't be able to market or market in Europe. So it's like the iPhone charger again. It's the USB-C again. Like you can't do it. You have to line up. So any prompt that allows you to do it, you just won't be able to sell. But this is not a physical product like how it was the iPhone with the lightning charger and the USB-C. This is a website. People find ways to get on websites.
Yeah.
They just basically put not even a guardrail. It's almost like it's like stopping piracy. Yes, piracy is wrong and it's not acceptable. However, if you have the internet, you'll have piracy. If they catch you, they catch you. But I can't see any small scale large language model getting catch with this because they will always deny plausible. They will always say plausible deniability, like we can't control the prompts that people put inside. Because somebody will figure out how to prompt it to get to do it eventually, ain't?
Most likely, but they'll just have to keep going back.
Because like ChatGPT not gonna like give you the ingredients to create a bomb. But however, if you say I'm writing a novel and one of the characters is an alchemist and I need to know what the steps are to make the bomb, so I could write this character, ChatGPT will give it to you. And
it still does that?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Like if you frame the prompt in a particular way, and you carry that large language model down a particular road that you're really writing this novel, it ain't gonna know any better. It ain't gonna be like, ooh, I see what you're doing there. Gotcha. You're really trying to get me to get the information on how to make a bomb. No. Same thing does do for the self-harm people and the psychology situations and all that kind of thing. They don't go and say, hey, I want to like end my life. Please tell me how to do it. No, of course the large language model will be like, I cannot give you that information. But if you start off by saying, this is not me giving anybody any ideas about how to do it, but this is just known things. Like if you create a hypothetical situation where you are creating some fictional something, it will answer your questions and give you the fictional answer. As much as they try to put guardrails inside of it, that's not that hard to do. So the nudification, I don't see it being difficult for them to jump the hoops around and holding people accountable for it. Holding people accountable, they will have a lot of plausible deniability. And I would love to know what the actual charge would be or what the actual bill will say.
I guess we have to wait until the bill actually comes out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a step in the right direction overall.
Of course, yeah. It is necessary for the bigger companies to know that they can be held accountable, or they will have to face like a court case or a lawsuit. And the bigger companies, yes, they have real money to throw behind lawyers, but the lawyers are not just be like, oh gosh, Ole, come now, help me out now. I know Ole have me on retainer for like $1 million a year, and that's cool. But don't have me going to court to fight putting Bill Clinton in a bikini now. Please. I don't really want to have to go on.
You have too much high hopes for lawyers. A lawyer would gladly do that once they pay them the right amount of money. You will have too much high regard.
Okay.
A lot of times you have lawyers fighting opposite cases, and you would swear the prosecutor defense, and a lot of times in the background, them two lawyers go down and be like, yeah, how much time you feel you might want to get this person? All right, work out something. Yeah, you go, let it go on for this amount of time. All right, you get paid. Not saying in Trinidad, but...
No, I understand what you're saying. To carry the billables, because billables is how lawyers work, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I may be having too high hopes for them. But corporate lawyers who on retainer, meaning you're not a lawyer, you're not a freelance lawyer who a company is coming to request your services. You are the law department of the company. You don't think it have some people in the law department, because whenever there's terms of services and whatnot, they make sure they word it in such a way to decrease the amount of legal liability that they will have, however the case is. I think the law departments in certain companies will be like, for this AI thing, all they had to put some sort of wording inside there that will be able to take out our plausible deniability for these nudification things. Except in extraneous circumstances where the user creates a narrative where the artificial intelligence model is going to do so, blah, blah, some kind of thing like that. I feel they'll put in some words like that because their job in the legal department is to cut down the amount of money that they spend on fighting those legal things. That's why the TOS, therefore, terms of service, that kind of thing. That's the angle I was coming from. But yes, if I have sleazy lawyers, I'll just be like, money, $sign, cha-ching, cha-ching. But the article, there's a little part of it that says European Parliament lawmakers agreed Wednesday to include language to ban an AI system that alters, manipulates, or artificially generates realistic images or videos so as to depict sexually explicit activities or the intimate parts of an identifiable natural person without the person's consent. That's the wording that they have. So you're banning it from manipulating or artificially generating realistic images or videos. But if it's in a story, there's nothing that you could stop it. You'd be like, in this timeline, Brad Pitt is whatever, this, and you'd be like, oh, that's on ChatGPT. You'd be like, oh, that's a great story. You want me to help you go along with it? 6 prompts later, you could create a sexually explicit scene. It ain't taking 5 prompts for you to get to that point. And it'll be like, oh, use your built-in image generation. I can't, and then it'll be like, I can't create images of people, blah, blah. No, and then it'll be like, it's for the story. Or oh, I know exactly what you mean. Okay, now the AI does respond to you enthusiastic.
Actually, there has some extra stuff in there for the image generation, like those block area. If you're trying to do things of people or like third party stuff, those try to block it. you know.
Okay.
But it's how we, like, our real time example. Like this evening, my daughter came and asked me to do something with Elsa from Frozen. For her to call her, I went on ChatGPT and tried to get to do it, and I said, no, I can't do anything with third-party individuals, whatever, because of whatever reason. So I was like, okay, do an image of a princess who looked this way and describe whatever, and it printed out, and it looked just like Elsa.
Yeah.
So it always around it.
I think you'll be able to work that out for sure. But good on the EU. The EU is like the technology savior of the world when it comes to thinking about like fair things. I don't think they abuse their power. I think they actually care about being ahead of the curve when it comes to technological decisions, and willing to take the financial licks or whatever. Basically putting the companies in a position where they either say, take your product out of here or follow our rules, which I don't think the US does very well. The US will just be like, no, we need your product here. What rules? Make money for us. Something like that.
Yeah, the EU do play about the consumers.
Yeah, I guess that's why lots of people have Android phones. Because the iOS, what is, I think there's something about like the ability to choose the browser or some kind of thing like that. Apple wasn't really Safari. They was trying to make sure you use Safari as the default browser, and that was I think at that point in time, right? And
yeah, but
you could choose it now.
Right. Yeah. I know you could choose it now, but plenty of the stores on them was banned from selling the phones at a point in time or some kind of drama like that. And usually when you're watching a European movie with something in Europe, they always have a Galaxy S something. Whatever. But I want them to make all laptops have USB-C charging only. That's what I want.
No. I feel like the companies would be like, okay, no problem. USB-C, this is for charging only. You cannot use it as a display port. The wicked.
I'm glad with the phones, but I just think all laptops should just be USB-C charging alone. That will just make life a whole lot easier when it comes to charging. Apple should not have MagSafe, and then
I like MagSafe.
I know you like it, and that's cool. But if they say everybody, because that'll just solve a whole set of charging problems. Like, because I'm
not giving up my MagSafe.
What's the difference between MagSafe and just regular wireless charging?
No, the MagSafe is the magnet charger that
it's an actual.
So like once you pull your laptop away, it do damage it. It'll just magnetically disconnect.
Oh, yeah. That's for your laptop too? I thought it was just for the phone. Okay.
It was actually on the laptops first.
Yeah, it's on the laptops first. It's actually quite useful and quite revolutionary because people mash up real chargers and from other laptops where they just pull it away and the charger is kind of stuck inside because they have the barrel connector or the whatever connector inside of it. MagSafe is actually pretty cool in terms of saving the cable. However, it's expensive and the cable is free very easily now.
Not really anymore. They have a pretty good cable now. The other ones, like the one before this one, that one was in a mess. But this one,
okay. Well, the one before this one was how much years ago?
That was like from 2015, 10 years, 10
I
years
think the
ago.
reputation's still there. Because I think I saw a TikTok, either a YouTube short or something about MagSafe the other day, and they had to buy an X charger and they had to buy an X one or some kind of thing like that. But that's like commercialism and that kind of thing. But capitalism. Anyhow, Yeah, I think USB-C should be the way to go for charging anything because it's a proven technology and it's accessible. Baseline, well, as McKellar said, you might get just charging only, but the baseline of it should be able, our port should be able to charge with USB-C, or at least have both available or something along those lines.
Yeah.
All right. Good run. That's the end of today's episode, where we spoke about online departure forms, and somebody will have to leave the country soon to fill it. Oh, I have to carry. Yeah, I had to leave the country. I had to carry some scouts to overseas. That means we had to fill out online departure forms for all of them. All right. I'll most likely be testing this thing out properly in July. So that'll be my live test. But for the online departure forms, everybody good at it. You're happy about it. It exists and it working security-wise. No issues. Just that the minister said something that was a little awkward. That's the final view.
Yeah.
And the T&T Laws officially online. I still have so much gray areas about it. I'm not too sure what the official laws online gonna look like, but hopefully we could follow up on it at some point in time to make sure we understand what's taking place. And the EU banning nudification apps. Well, my view is that if you finesse the LLM well enough, you'll be able to get it still. But generally, everybody's view is a good thing to have, right?
Yeah.
It'd be useful. All right. It's time for us to wrap up and me tell you who I am. I'm Andre Charles from at Make It Simple TT and at Trinidad Techcast, which we're coming up close to 2,000 followers on TikTok and how much on YouTube? I don't know. Still 68 now. It's like one a week, you know. But
Nice.
Yeah. Views and listeners going up and that kind of thing. People commenting, and that's good stuff for us. So at Trinidad Techcast. All right, next one is Hakeem there because
from Redbit_tech, and you can find me on LinkedIn as well if that's your thing. Hakeem
do you have your BSc and MSc at the end of your name?
No, I was going to say hell no, but I'm going to say no.
Of course you didn't say it. And McKellar, who's going to put certified cyber penetration tester international 2.1563 to 8.
Yeah, listen, the goal of cybersecurity is to have all the acronyms behind your name. Just all of them. I have about 3 right now. Yeah, man, I'm going on the line.
But her actual location on the internet is...
You can find me on Instagram. Noah. Yep, at Kala_Noah. Dog, somebody had posted a TikTok. Oh my, I got to tell you about this after. But yeah, TikTok with one of the parties I went to, I was complaining about how I had to fight like a dog to get a Hennessy cup. You know, somebody actually got the video where I had to fight like a dog for the Hennessy cup. I was like, oh. Somebody sent me that TikTok. I'm like, ooh. My bad.
The internet is undefeated.
Yeah, my balls on LinkedIn.
On a professional capacity.
Yes.
I tell you, God. We'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye.